Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. Some motivation this week, not an issue.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson quickly out to Watkins.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 36, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got a man open, it's Chase. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
These two... Teams all tied after 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Burrow on play action. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and 2, now Burrow. And he finds his man, that's Butler. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Throw left side complete to Chase. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run with Mixon. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way up to the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Yo. Mike 40, Mike 40. 65.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. It's just me and you.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
11 coming. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They go play action with Burrow. He gets this to Butler. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hakeem Butler, his third touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Dancing to his left. This one complete to Butler. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
11 and 3.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Well, we're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Burrow will throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown! It's complete. Jamar Chase, a 15-yard touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
13.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards. Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
57, Mike, 57. Here we go. 57. 57.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
That's good. Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go, baby. 57, Mike, 57. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Here it goes. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Bound to lose one. Hey, watch the slant.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. He's going to keep this again. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now Brown. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. Pick me up, here we go. Check Mike 40, Let's set a tone. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. You don't know no better. 40's the Mike. Squeeze.
On 2nd and 10. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Jackson now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Brown has the 1st down and much more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
At the Ravens 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.